I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Tenay Hankins. I'm COO and co-founder of Biz to Biz Match. Every year we have this breakfast and symposium to bring certain topics to the forefront that we think will be important to small businesses and entrepreneurs. We match entrepreneurs and small businesses with grant opportunity, revenue streams, also other resources with other organizations that may help them get to next level success.
So we're going to bring to you our expert panel and give you a chance to hear and then ask questions a little later on, how you can incorporate these strategies into your business and how we can all engage so that our communities become stronger.
Growing up right here in Detroit, my parents had a collision shop on Livernois between Joy Road and Tireman. It was called C&M Collision from 1977 to 2000 until I was able to retire my parents. So I want to say that perhaps corporate social responsibility starts with individual responsibility, where a person looks at how they can not only improve the lives of their family through successfully running a business, but how they could find a way to give back. So, that idea of giving back starts with the nuclear family. How can I be of a benefit to my immediate family? How can I be of a benefit to my community? How does that impact grow outside of the community to a state level, national, international, and global?
Corporate responsibility ultimately comes down to doing what's right. Right? But sometimes, while what's right might seem clear, how to get there seems much less clear. If the strongest businesses in your neighborhood are from your neighborhood, they tend to hire folks from your neighborhood, provide services that are important to the people in your neighborhood, and then begin investing even outside of what they need for their business because they care about the neighborhood, because they're part of the neighborhood.
So we talk about corporate social responsibility. Look past the PR campaign. Look at what you see going on in the communities that you care about. What I would say to you as small business owners is plug into the people that have to do the work. Because just like a hospital, you know that a hospital's business model is making money to save people's lives, or at least to help people get healthier than they were yesterday, right? Forget about that. Worry about who the doctor is. Worry about who the doctor is. And in your case, that doctor is the financial professional at that bank. So get to know a banker. And if you already know a banker, get to know them better, because that is the person, regardless of what you think about the corporation and their motives, the banker is the person that is going to be the help to you.
I am the co-director of an organization called the Michigan Children's Law Center. The Michigan Children's Law Center, or as MCLC as we call it, is dedicated. The 25 attorneys are dedicated to representing children who are in foster care or who are delinquent and need services. Pretty much most of our delinquent clients should have been in foster care. A lot of them should have been in foster care, but once they get old enough or too old and they start acting out, again, nobody's asking, hey, what led up to this? We're just gonna deal with you where you are now. So these 25 attorneys are absolutely fabulous, and we have different initiatives within our organization. One is the Educational Advocacy Unit, and we represent children who are in the school system who may have had some trouble in school, who may need an IEP. A lot of grandmothers, mothers, fathers have no idea what is supposed to happen at an IEP. There's a whole statute, there's legislation that addresses IEPs or special education for students who are in the school system. So our attorneys go to those IEP meetings with them. They deal with the principal, they deal with the teachers, they deal with the parents, and they are pretty much a one-on-one legal resource for that parent, which is it's just a phenomenal program that we have. When young people are doing things like that, you might want to think about what they may be going through. And you as a business owner can connect with nonprofits. It doesn't necessarily, I would like it to be MCLC, but it doesn't necessarily have to be MCLC, but some organization so that there's a a sound collaboration to help whatever it is that your cause is. It could be homelessness, it could be teenage pregnancy, it could be prison reform, but usually that starts with people who were children, and then we grow up into be these other people who need help.
What are our opportunities? Right now when prices are low, why aren't we buying our real estate? Why? Why haven't you gotten engaged? You can let them eat our lunch? That's exactly what's happening. Everybody in the world is saying, which way is Detroit? And it's kind of like we're on Novocaine walking around. And can you imagine? You probably owe $100,000 on your house, $200,000, $180,000, $80,000, but yet the house next door you can get for $15,000. Why haven't you bought it? Is it because you don't know how to find the homeowners? Let me tell you, put it like this. We have about 70,000 vacant homes that require just a little money. So although there's no inventory, got a tremendous amount of raw inventory, just a little money, put it on the market, it'll sell immediately, of course. So why haven't you gotten involved in doing this? At an average of $30,000 worth of equity and 70,000 houses, there is $2 billion. And you do not have to go out of our community to harness it. We can do this for ourselves, our family, our future. And we're letting people all over the world come in here and eat our lunch. I leverage commercial real estate, but I've parked my car. Because I said, I've got to convince Detroiters to get involved. I want to put my foot in history right now and address us. Why can't we get involved? So our community social responsibility starts with economically for our kids.
I also want to let you know that corporate responsibility has a lot to do with the people in this room. There is actually a missing component in the African American community, and statistically, we have 3 times less entrepreneurs than other ethnic groups. So we have to understand that there's a true responsibility, and oftentimes people think that the savior of the urban areas, people that are in poverty, people that are hurting right now, you find that in the church, but the truth is, it's empowerment. It's empowerment. It's job creation. When you look at, right now, when you look at statistically, African Americans lead the nation in unemployment, well, we're talking about urban areas. Whenever there's a rise in crime, they check what's called the unemployment index, and they find there's a rise in unemployment. So we keep looking for a savior to come and save the African American community or urban areas, but I'm here to tell you the savior is the person that you see when you look in the mirror. You're the one that's going to come in and save the day. Are you listening to me? From your business.
Thank you, and have a great and productive and prosperous afternoon.
All right.